Hello, folks. This is the next day. It's not counting days anymore, so apparently. Hello, welcome back to Blueprints. There's not longer the next day, and the letter's been moved. Interesting. Okay. Open only in the event of inheritance. I guess an allowance. Okay, fine. There we go. Open only in the event of inheritance. Dear Baron, welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by that same title. But life is a journey of growth. Growing up, growing older, growing wiser, and in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. The Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. As I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really had any goals or objectives to strive toward. I never had any dreams to realize. I never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. I never had a Room 46 to reach. And now that you've reached your goal and are basking in your well-deserved glory, shining trophy in hand, and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there? Or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Ovin Nevare. Herbert S. Sinclair. Oh, go on then, just add to the list of things I've copied. Making screenshots of everything in this damn game at this point. Right, anyway. So yeah, I guess we are now the master of this place. There's still stuff for us to do. We don't live here anymore. We still live in the thing outside. We still live in the in the tent outside. Even though we are now Baron of Reddington and Master of the Whole. Surely the master bedroom should be our bedroom now, right? That's how this works. Trading post, shelter, hovel. Let's do shelter, because that protects us from negative stuff. I'm gonna drop down and pick up a gym. Gem. Okay, good. I want to preset the lab as well, actually, because we got the whole, like, we can use the radiation monitor to open the room. So we're gonna do log into network, and we're gonna preset the lab conditions. So if we can get something, we can trigger a lot of lab experiments or something. But yeah, I also read the book. I read the book, the Curse of the Black Bridge, which is an interesting little book. If you haven't gone back and read it, I recommend reading it. It's an interesting little story. But basically, it's about a boy. There's in two parts. The first part is about a boy called Jasper, who's poor, and basically ends up finds himself under the Black Bridge and joins the Unholy Hounds, a gang of bandits there. But he's a small young boy. And they make him instead of making him be like a highwayman, they make him berry picker. So during the day, while they're all sleeping, he goes out and picks berries, because he's a young boy. And then he's taken all the berries near his place. So he gets to go further. Interesting. We have a way to increase allowance now. Each time you find some trash while digging, add one to your allowance. Let's work for that then. Right. Okay. Yeah. So he finds he's dug up all the stuff nearby him. So he travels like further and further from the base under the Black Bridge, and he finds a massive patch of berries, like huge patch of berries. And while he's harvesting, very happy with that patch of berries, a carriage comes on the road, and he's distracted by the berries. He doesn't quite get out of the way in time. The driver sees him and calls him out, and Jasper blags his way into, like, I guess the guy reminiscing about pecking berries in his youth. They're talking about berries. Jasper offers him some berries, and whilst the man is distracted, Jasper pulls a knife and basically takes the man hostage. Says, like, oh, this is a stick-up. I'm going to be a highwayman too. I'm part of the highwayman. I'm going to be a highwayman too. And pulls the guy off the trophies to my holidays. Okay, I'll finish the story first of all, because other than going to get distracted. So he pulls the man off the thing, asks what this draw, but there's nothing, there's just a lockbox, and there's no purse, there's a lockbox in the back of the carriage. He opens the carriage, it's very old and dusty, there's nobody in there, but there's one lockbox. He pulls the lockbox out, which is big and gothic looking, massive lockbox. He pulls it out, it seems lighter than it should be. He asks where the key is, the guy says there's no key for that box. Jasper's like, fine, whatever, gets a rock and basically bashes the rock open and finds like a stone figurine inside. Teps takes a step back to the man to ask him what it is, and he goes, well, that's one step. Like, what? That's a cursed, you are now cursed, the deadly is the stone, you are now cursed. If you take 11 more, you'll die after 12 steps. Using the figure, he thwacks the guy on the head, and has this thing of, okay, the curse is real, the curse isn't real. I don't care about the curse, but I'm too scared to move. My legs won't move. He realizes the carriage is still there. So he's like, okay, I can take 3 more steps to the carriage. So 4 steps, 3 if I jump into the carriage. Holding onto the figurine, because the figurine might be worth money. He basically takes 3 bounding leaps, gets on the carriage, and drives off. That's part 1. Part 2 is basically about some Miller and Ravia, 2 lookouts for the highwaymen, the unholy hounds, and they're looking out for in the Black Bridge, under the Black Bridge. They keep a lookout on the roads, and because of the canyon, they're not allowed to speak. There must be absolute silence. They all communicate in hand gestures and stuff, and they're like there having a chat and being nice. And they see like two guards come around, and the guards are the black guards are scary, but it's not unknown for them to come over here in case just before a rich person comes through. It's like, oh cool, we'll keep an eye. There's 2 guards. We'll tell the boss that there are 2 guards, so there'll be someone rich coming here later on. While they're doing that, they hear massive noise of a carriage at full pelt. Like, this is concerning, and then they realize the carriage isn't coming onto the bridge; it's coming under the Black Bridge. Like, oh crap, someone knows where we are. And one of them goes back to tell the boss. The other one basically starts firing a bow there and hits the driver. The driver falls out and the carriage stops. And they go and see, and it's Jasper. Jasper's dead. The curse has been fulfilled. That's the 12 steps has been irrelevant. He was still cursed. He dies, and they bury Jasper with a berry basket and everything. They put they keep the figurine to the side because they're not sure what it is, and they go back to it. Then they wake up the next day with a commotion, and Ravia, or was it Miller, one of the 2, can't remember which. They go back because they live in a cave, and they go back, and she goes out, and there's people actually yelling in the cave, and that's never happened before. You have to be complete silence in the canyon, otherwise people will hear you. And then they get to like the main room of the cave, and everything is dark. Like, this should be daytime, so everything is dark. And then Ravia finds Miller, or River finds Ravia, and using the hand gestures to communicate the darkness by basically touching each other, because it's heavily implied that they're gay. To realize they never told the boss that there were 2 blackguards on that bridge when all this happened. So clearly the blackguards knew that, saw all this go down. They were never told about the blackguards, so the blackguards came back the day after and basically collapsed the cave in front of them, trapping all the unholy hounds inside. So they were all cursed. But that's the story. It's a good little story. I abridged it there. It's a fun little story. Anyway, so clearly you have to draft a room in each open slot of your house, complete the Mount Howley directory, so find all the rooms. So we have 19 rooms to go. Solve all the dartboard puzzles. So we have 40 of them. Bloody hell. Win 40 parlor games. Create all 8 workshop contraptions. Win the drafting strategy sweepstakes. Unlock all 8 REM sigils. We haven't even done any of those yet. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. In room 8 on rank 8. You mean room 8 on rank 8? Reach room 46. Did that already. Room 46 on dare mode. Reach room 46 on curse mode. Reach room 46 in 1 day. Reach room 46 in under an hour. Reach room 46. Buy out the entire showroom. Ace the classroom final exam. Complete the trophy case. So you've not seen the trophy room. We've not got the 8th classroom yet. We haven't seen the trophy room yet. It's the day 1 trophy. Reach 46 in 1 day. So I guess you have to do that. I guess now we're in post game, so we can start doing like new games and stuff like that. Inheritance trophy. Trophies will be permanently added to the trophy room. Oh, okay. So now we've got the inheritance trophy. Right. Okay. Yes. There you go. As you complete things, they'll be turned up over there. Okay. Well, then I guess we still explore. There's still the chest puzzle to do and stuff, and I want to get myself a power hammer for the basement too. Mount Holly gift shop. Souvenirs for sale. That's a good start, isn't it? This is the new room. Mount Holly gift shop. 46. Blue tents. Tents fit for a prince. Enjoy your lunch. Red prince hats. And this symbol is an interesting symbol because this symbol is not any of the symbols we've seen before. Mount Holly tea. A permanent addition to the walk-in closet. Lunchbox. Permanent addition to the dining room. When you reach rank 5 with a lunchbox, gain half your dinner steps. Swim trunks. A pair of trunks is always handy for swimming. Just be sure to bring some keys. Dirigiblocks console edition coming soon. The Swimbird plushie unlocks dare mode 110 coins. Permanent addition to the master bedroom. Blue tents can only be purchased after you've proven your merit as a scout by obtaining 8 trophies in your trophy room. And cursed coffers. A permanent addition to the shrine. That's the coffer from the Curse of Black Bridge. That's the coffer from the Curse of Black Bridge. Okay. That must be what unlocks curse mode then. The shrine. Okay, well, okay. Cool. Can't afford anything, so, yeah. Right. Foundation, but there's no reason to go to Foundation now. Unless I want to go back to the antechamber. Is that worth it, I wonder? Just go back and unlock the antechamber? Library? Do library, there's... I think we still have the Digest 5 to read. Okay. Drafting studio, yes! Yes. We're spending gems early, but yes. Because also I want to have another go at this. But I can't because I need a bloody... thanks, never mind. Right, okay. And we can add what? We're going to add... Yeah, what we can add. The dormitory? The solarium. You are more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. The Dovecut. Whenever you draw Dovecut while drafting, you may rotate 4 plans. Sure, I guess. The towering loft serving home to many of Mount Feathered locals of Mount Holly. As a devout birdwatcher and amateur ornithologist, Mary had petitioned her uncle for years to build this building estate. Or a quaint floral sitting room surrounded entirely by tinted panes. This room is ideal for tea in the afternoons or getting some sun without the hassle of going outside. We'll go for the Dovecut. Right, I need a magnifying glass to have another stab at that one. Have another stab at this anyway, I need a magnifying glass. Look, this, it has to be, the hint has to be this, I'm not sure what. It might be too simple to do that, it's going to be something... Hallway. Office, bedroom, pantry. That gets us to the back there. Well, it gives us money. We have to go back anyway. Gift shop for 13. I can now buy the cursed coffer. I can now buy the cursed coffers. Which is the only thing I can currently buy. Yeah, sod it, whatever. Cursed coffers. The goal now is to get a shovel, because if I get a shovel and start I want to get a shovel and basically get as much rubbish as I can. Because every bit of rubbish I get adds to my allowance. And if I get my allowance high enough, it means we can get some really good stuff done. Chapel, spare room. Chapel, because I've got no money at the moment, so it's perfectly fine to have chapel. Anything over here? No. Aha! Candlestick Ruby Chapel. The chapel has candlestick candelabra. 2 of them. Okay. Okay. Right. Magnifying glass, metal detector, please. Workshop 2. I can go straight into workshop, into Reading Nook again. Gives me a key. That gives me potential library again. Okay. Library gives us straight into the next, this one. So, Death of Drafting. Every architect has experienced it. You're drafting your house and suddenly it's going smoothly. As suddenly you realize there's only a single path for expansion, and it is imperative you draft your hallway, or else your design will have no hope for the development. From the critical draw, the drafting gods offer you nothing but dead ends. In short, they are the death of your house. But they are as daunting as they appear. Perhaps beneath the morbid exterior, dead ends hold some inherent value. And we shall delve deeper into the world of the grave than any case about. No exit strategies. A dead end is any room that lacks another door by which to exit. It is an understandable instinct to want to avoid these rooms while drafting your house, as they limit your available paths for growth. However, seasoned architects quickly learn that you do not want to completely ignore them. Yes, okay, so if you can put a dead end in a corner, that's not a problem. He said, and the architect removes a floor from the draft pool. The more dead ends you draft, the less likely you are to draw them. The key is figuring out the way to draft dead ends without blocking if your house's potential for expansion. Dropping a dead end in a room in a rank behind you is a great strategy to accomplish this, and helps you pick up some extra resources before continuing to higher ranks. In general, you should be trying to fill up every slot in your house before moving north. Then there's the tomb, which gives you a bunch of extra stuff. Tomb itself is a vast crypt. 8 Aegean angels. A sketch for the tombs, a mementos of the times past. 6 tomb. Finding shops, amassing enough steps to allow for return trips to the grounds, and drafting as many dead ends as possible. Grounds for termination. The schoolhouse, the tomb is nearly one. The schoolhouse prioritizes acquiring gems to pay for extra classroom floor plans, whereas on a hovel day they will focus entirely on getting extra steps. Yes, so in a hovel you basically focus on getting steps. Denny Reven is the so the hovel was Denny Reven's former home, and he was terminated. The groundskeeper shoulder is a great staff choice fence, shovel, a sledgehammer. So, eating better items can be found in the trading post if you have something valuable to offer. Root cellar lets you dig plenty. The shelter lets you red room protection. The shrine. The last outer room is a full plan of the function that isn't as straightforward as the others. Just what is a blessing? How much gold do you need to give? How long does it last? The shrine is a place of reverence, a mystical cavern filled with the glow of candlelight, and those that show respect and pay tribute are blessed by the unseen forces that guide this world. Blessings are persistent benefits that last several days and are bestowed upon the reverent visitors who have made an offering in gold. The type of traditional blessing can be offered depending on the amount of gold given, but the more gold you offer, the longer the blessing will last. The blessing of the tinkerer. Whenever you draft a medical room and trigger your current experiment. Blessing of the berry picker. When drafting, instead of picking a floor plan, you can pick a berry. If you do draft a random floor plan from your draft pools regarding rarity. Blessing of the berry picker. Reference to the book. Blessing of the chef. For each type of spread that you do today, add an extra dish to the dining room. For each different type of spread. Not sure what that means. Add 8 courtyards to today's draft pool. When you draft a red room, you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms gain 5 gems. Blessing of the monk. If you call it a day on a room of your estate, you will draw that room while drafting from the grounds the following day. If you call a day in a room on your estate, you will draw that room while drafting from the grounds the following day. While drafting, you may play one turn to spin floor plans. High roller, each time you draft a shop, gain an ivory die. Gain 10 gold whenever you roll an ivory die. Interesting. You can guarantee a room with Blessing of the Monk. Top 5 dead ends. As selected by Joseph. If a toolshed is good, then attic is really good. Even at a steep gem cost, this room cannot be passed up, but always pays for itself and more. The study is likely the most powerful room for the experienced architect who no longer has difficulty accumulating gems or solving chess portmanteaus. Solving chess portmanteaus. Although room crew check allows strategies. The risk may scare off some, but to those who see their steps as expendable resource and still cross the wind revolves in multiple choice. Secret passage. Surprisingly, this room is actually categorized as a dead end, allowing artifacts to utilize it as both a dead end and a color specific strategies. Dead End. Mail-in sweepstakes. On January the 20th, 18... Martin struck the world by drafting 19 dead ends in one day. Can you beat his record? Draft 20 or more dead ends in a single day and you could win 200 gold and the trophy of the sweepstakes. Okay, that's how you get the trophy of sweepstakes. By getting 20 or more dead ends in a day. Oh god, this... So let's do the dead end. Sweepstakes is open. You have Fenris who are of at least something years of age at the time of entry. Employees of drafting strategy, its affiliates, subsidiaries. So it's affiliates, subsidiaries, something and something. Entry, prize, odds. The odds of missing this contest are not... Winning this contest are not very promising. The workbook records... I'll have to come back here with... I wish I had a magnifying glass. Still. Freezer freezes my accounts for the day. Wow. What a horrible... God, this is nightmarish. Oh my god, we're down to this the whole way again. I've got no money. If I freeze my accounts, I'll have nothing. I'm gonna do laundry room just because this is atrociously bad. I'm just being punished now. I'm just being punished now. Wow. Okay. This was what requires power. And you can use the laundry to swap, swap, and swap. Well, okay. So... might as well clear out this corner here, maybe find anything of use. Funeral parlor, immediate dead end. Immediate dead... Wow. Yeah, today has not been a good day. It's been already 20 minutes, but I've not progressed past rank 3. Let's get some gems. I gotta do several parlor things for puzzle anyways, for a trophy anyway. I'm gonna go for a full trophies list? I don't know. That could take a long time. There are 2 false statements. This is the only true statement. The white box is empty. That... Okay, hang on, wait a second. So... if that's true... there are 2 false statements. Okay, so it's in the white box, but I'm trying to articulate why I can get that. Getting that leap of knowledge articulated is difficult. If this is true, well, right, the only box that is insinuating a location of a gem, the only box that is location just gem is this one, because if this is true, we have no idea if the gems are there or there. This must be false. The gems have to be there. That's literally that's the main thing right now. Because if this is true and that's empty, there is no indication whether the gems are either there or there. They could be in either one and there's no way of telling. So this must be false. Which means that this is definitely false. This is true, because that's also false. There's one true statement, it's this one here. There are 2 false statements. That's false and that's false. Because this is false, because it's not a true statement. And this is false, because the white box is not empty. The white box is in fact full. But you don't even need the other ones. That statement alone is enough, because it's the only statement that references where the gems would be. If that statement is true, there is no indication of where the gems would be, either blue or black. My god, but this has been a horrendously bad start to this day. Good heavens. Hallway into hallway. Garage would be dead end, so hallway into hallway just because we need to expand the amount of rooms we've got available to us. Drawing room, storeroom. It'll do gems. Boiler room. Let's turn you on. The only way to send you is up, which is that way. No, sorry, it's the other way. Right. Boop. The weight room, which I'll be honest is not what I want, at all. Although, get it done out of the way now. Oh, it's also sheltered. Lovely. Never mind. It is sheltered. I completely forgot we had shelter. Right. Okay, that door needs to be opened every single time. Fair. That's closed off. That's locked. That's locked. Well then. Archives is no longer... Because that was sealed, that was sealed. The archives is no longer sealed, so security. Have I missed anything? Car keys somewhere. Over there, okay. That's not being entirely foolish. We can go to the garage there, but that's not going to give me anything. Hallway. Locked. Closet, because I couldn't... There's a key. And an ivory die. The dark room. West Wing Hall. Locked. Locked. Well, then I think that's probably it. That's probably it. That's locked. That's locked. Those two are locked. Is the hallway up locked? No, it's not. So we could do spare bedroom and hope for the best. Alternatively, we go a redraw. Lost and found. I lose an item. I've got car keys. You gain 2 items. 2 rare items. Hell. I'll lose car keys. We'll get the upgrade disc and the hall pass. I'm happy with that, mainly because we just, if nothing else, we've succeeded in just getting an upgrade disc. And it means, among other things, is today's not a complete loss either. Oh, the billiard room. The speakeasy, basic edition. Break room, you call it a break room, tomorrow you'll begin the day with a staff key card. Oh, if you call it a day in the break room, tomorrow you'll begin the... Or the pool hall, adds the great hall, foyer, and secret passage to today's draft pool. honestly, break room? That seems good. Make sure if you have a break room, then you're gonna have to call it a day. Try to get there and call it a day, so you begin with a key card. If speakeasy just makes the room easier in general, I kind of want to avoid that because maths is not something I find a lot of. I like maths, so it's not too complicated. As the Great Hall, the foyer, and the secret passage. Also classifies as a hall. Also classed as a hall. This is always relevant. This I have to get back here and call it a day in that room to make it relevant. And I think for that reason alone, we gotta go pool hall. For that reason alone, we might go pool hall. Because pool hall will always be relevant. Break room is only relevant if I can get back to it and call it a day. Pool hall it is. But I think that's I'm fairly certain that's it. Fairly certain that's it. We got a hall pass. Again, I don't think we do anything. That's locked. That's key card. That's nothing. Hallway into hallway, hall pass triggers. Yeah, that's experiment did nothing. Couldn't dig a single bloody thing out. No, nothing. No magnifying glass for the drafting studio. Although we did add to the dove cut to the. There, no money, so I can't even buy anything else here. We did buy the cursed coffers. What a miserable excuse for a day, huh? Miserable excuse for a day. Wow. Yeah, it's not great. Is there much to be done around here? I mean, let's do a check of. From what we know, we definitely have a pawn because the Lost and Found is a pawn in it. Yeah, I might actually make a new table for these. Being instead of having like the room and then what's in them, just put what can be in them and just list the rooms down that way. Pawn room includes Lost and Found. Okay, so we have that. I take the drawing room. Nope. Guest bedroom. Nope. Den. Nope. Guest room. Nope. Oh, I just brought that down twice, like back to back. Chapel. We have a chapel, so we have a bishop. We have a storeroom. Do we? No. Bookshop. No. Dining room. No. Vault. No. Observatory. No. Leadership chambers. No. Reading nook. Yes. So we have a rook as well. So we have a bishop, a rook, pawn. Securities. We have a knight. We haven't got an office or a way to find a queen. Study has a queen and Ladyship Chamber has a queen. Okay, so there's no point going to the chess puzzle. Any last minute checks we want to do before I just call it there? Parlor, nothing there. Do you have a chess piece in here? Because honestly, I'll be quiet. If you are consistently something I can pick at the very beginning, that'd be very nice, actually. That'd be very interesting. Library we know doesn't have anything. Do you have anything in here? No. You got a pawn as well, so drafting studio is pawn. If you count 8 gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wish I had a magnifying glass because I'd try out 8, 11. If you count 8 gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. The entire room, the entire puzzle is for this thing here? What? Really? The entirety of everything is designed for that. Does the pantry have anything in it, chest-wise? No. Really? Do I lose the hall pass if I walk in here, by the way? Yes, okay. Okay, this is a very bad room then. You want to get in here once and once only. Because going in and out of this place is a nightmare. I'm just going to call it a day. Because we have nothing else to do, really. Lost car keys, lost everything else. Mine's up there. Everything's locked. Tempted to go to the shelter. Let's go. If we can go to the shelter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. The hallway through the drafting studio. Okay, right. Hallway through the drafting studio. Wait, what? What? What just happened? I wasn't that low, was I? I'll have to watch that back. West Wing favorite. Yeah, it was definitely West Wing favorite. New rooms, at least one, because gift shop. Yeah. Bit of a nothing day today, but finding the gift shop was fun, folks. I'll carry on next time. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.